Welcome to another episode of the Almost Tipsy Vegan, the show where we always cook and drink with alcohol. Today we're making poblano potato soup. We're going to make it with poblanos, a few bell peppers, potatoes, and corn. Yesterday was real fortunate. I got to go visit my parents. And my father, he is such a really good gardener. He gave us some lemons we're going to use later on in the show, and he gave us some bell peppers for cooking with also. But right now, we're going to make, put in this, we got a Dutch oven here going, and it's already hot. I'm going to put a half, it's already been diced up, half of an onion. When you hear it sizzling, maybe, don't know if y'all hear it or not. And this is 3 stalks of diced up celery. Okay, we're gonna let this cook. Okay, I'm going to stir it around a little bit. You can hear it sizzling. Smells good already. Okay, so while that's cooking, we already have poblano, bell peppers, and 1 jalapeno we roasted, and here's already diced up. Here's one we left open that we have not done yet. I don't know if you see it or not. What you do is you put this in the oven or on a gas burner. We use the oven because we're kind of afraid of burning our stuff with gas. So you can see the skin comes right off. But I'm going to show you a little hack that helps. Get a paper towel, and I'm trying to do several things at one time. So get a paper towel, and the skin just pulls right off. You see it? And when you're cooking these, you bake them or broil them, and you just turn them every so often. And then once they're blistered up like this, then you can either put them in a bowl of cold water, or what we did is just put a rag over it, a towel. Gotta have fun while you're cooking. You know me now. I say rag, towel, whatever, over it, and the sweat makes it peel right off. And then all we're gonna do is this stem pulls right out. And then we just dice it up. We're keeping this stirred. We'll throw this. This is the skin that came off of it. It came off really quick. It takes a little bit of time for prepping. So all we do is cut it open. Get the membranes out right here. Just pull it right out. Get the seeds out. See how quick that is? Something see it or not? And then just dice it up. Okay? While that's cooking, I don't want it to stick, so I'm going to add just a little bit of beer to it. Y'all hear that sizzle up? See the steam coming up from the beer? Now this beer can add a lot of flavor to this soup. Okay? So now then, I'm going to add a little bit of garlic, and here's the garlic. Here's 4 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to put this in there. Get all that good garlic flavor in there. And that's 1 clove or 2 cloves. Look, and these are big cloves. And squeeze it. Okay. And then add a little bit more beer so I can see it so it does not stick. We like cooking with beer so it adds so much flavor. And the reason I've told y'all before, the reason I use beer and not vegetable stock is because most of the vegetable stock we've seen has so much sodium in there. And besides, if you just go out and drink a little bit of vegetable stock, it's not going to taste very good. So we like to put foods in the food we're cooking that tastes really good. So that's why we use beer. Okay? So the garlic is in there. Let me wash my hands real quick. And then we also have, I think it's about 4 potatoes diced up. They're already cut up, sitting in water. I'm gonna pour the water off. Okay. Now I'm gonna add the potatoes to the onions and the celery and the garlic. Let me stir it up real quick, just to make sure the garlic's all together. One thing of garlic it jumped out of the strainer. So I'm putting potatoes in here. Okay. We're gonna let that start cooking a little bit. Okay. Now then, while that's heating up, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oregano. 1 tablespoon of oregano. And I'm going to add 2, what did I say, teaspoon. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cumin. Okay, 2 teaspoons of cumin. Now, this organic no salt seasoning, it adds a lot of flavor. I always add that to almost everything I'm cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of that also. Again, it just adds more flavor. And then I'm also gonna add a teaspoon of pepper, black pepper. And a teaspoon of salt. It calls for more salt than that, but again, I'm trying to avoid as much salt as I can. So a teaspoon of salt. If you like more salt, add more salt to it. Again, the good thing about cooking is you can add it to your flavor, your taste. I'm gonna put 2 bay leaves in here. Okay. And now then, the potatoes are in here cooking. I'm gonna stir it all around. Now then, I'm gonna add the liquid. I'm adding, this is just a light beer because we don't want, this is a lighter dish. If it was a more robust dish, I would say, I would add a darker beer. This is a light beer. I'm gonna add 2 cans of light beer. This is the replacement of the vegetable stock. And then I'm going to add 1 medium beer. Of course, you're not going to get all of that because I get part of it. Because we always cook with alcohol on the show, and of course we always drink what does not go into the pot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just let this cook for a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add the milk. This 1 cup of milk goes in here also. This is a little, gives a little bit more flavor, a little thickening agent. And I'm using soy milk. This is not cow milk. This is soy milk. So I'm gonna let that cook. And once potatoes are done, we'll come back and add more of the peppers and the corn. So in the meantime, go out and have a drink. I'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back. I hope y'all have had a nice drink while we're gone, enjoying it. The potatoes and the celery and onions have been cooking now for about 20-25 minutes. Just cook them till they're soft. On the gas stove behind me, they'll cook a little quicker than they are on this electric burner here. Also, I'm going to take out the 2 bay leaves because I'm fixing to use the immersion blender, and I don't want them to be blended up in there. So they've gotten the flavor out of them. So now then, I'm going to put 1 can of corn in here. We got 2 cans, so I'm going to put 1 can to do some immersion blender on. Okay, so always start out slow with the immersion blender so you don't burn yourself. And we're going to do just a rough chop of it so we don't have a complete and total soup. And the corn, we have 2 cans of it. We did drain it before we put it in here so we don't get excess liquid and to get some of the sodium out. So it has been drained. So we're just doing the immersion blender here. And be careful. Like when I stuck it out just then and it kind of shot out, hit the side of the bowl, thank goodness. And also, y'all, in a minute, you'll see that we put the peppers we use, they're all green. We're doing that just to make it look good. You could use orange peppers, you could do red peppers, but we're going to eventually put some red peppers on as a garnishment. But right now, we're cooking just with the green peppers to make it a little more pretty. It'll be getting close to Christmas time. We're gonna have green and red. So that's what we're doing it. And if you wanted a solid red soup, you could use all red peppers. Or for Halloween, you use all orange peppers. It's all what you want to do. Okay, so that's got a rough blending in it. So now then, I'm going to add the other can of corn. Again, it has been drained. And I'm going to add the last, remember I showed y'all how to take the skin off of a poblano pepper. Here's the 4 poblano peppers, a couple of bell peppers, and 1 jalapeno pepper. And again, it's all green. And we're doing that just for the color of it, to make it pretty once it cooks. So we're putting that in there. And again, we're not going to use the immersion blender on this because we want it to be a little bit chunky. So what we're going to do is we're going to stir this around for just a minute, and then we're going to let it cook for another 10 minutes or so. And then we'll come back and taste it and see what it tastes like. So again, y'all can go out, have a quick drink, have a shot, because we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, welcome back. The soup has been cooking for a while, about another 15-20 minutes. I'm going to, while y'all were gone, I forgot, I added some nutritional yeast to it because nutritional yeast is just like gold magic to me. But anyway, I'm gonna dip some out, and you see the color of it here. It's got a green tint to it. That's why we did not put any red in here, any red peppers. So you get down here, and it's good and thick. So I'm not gonna dip that a lot right now, and then we have garnishments here. We have the celery leaves. You can put that on there. Here we had a bell pepper, the red is roasted. Okay, and we took the coating off of it. So what you can do is make a real pretty bowl, put some of this on top of it, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but look how pretty that is. Okay, it's just a great, great, great holiday dish for the winter time. And you can put some of this on here. Again, to make it a little bit more festive. You got the green, red for the holidays, but you can put tomatoes on there. You can put anything you want to on there. So that's the good thing about cooking. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh, that is really amazing. Okay, now, but I want to taste it before I put lemon on there. Most of the time, we put lemon on here, just as an added bonus. Just a little bit of lemon juice. And again, that's all optional. Another thing you can do is you can put those little oyster crackers in here. You can put this over rice or over a baked potato. But let's see how the lemon changed it. The lemon's good in there. I always put the lemon in afterwards because I think cooking lemon kills a lot of the vitamins and everything out of it. So I put it in last. It just adds a bit more tartness to it. But this is very good. You really, really, really can taste the poblano peppers, the corn in there. This is just an exceptional cold weather meal, and it's pretty for the holidays. So, the Almost Tipsy Vegan, you have a great day.